Okay, welcome to the overview of the syllabus for ACalc and linear algebra for the 18-19 school year. This is, as far as I'm concerned, a living document, something that is kind of the rules of the road for this course. But if we need to modify it as we go along, we do that with each other, and this is the place where those modifications will be tracked. So this is the syllabus as of today. And you can see if I update it, I will change the information up here and will also change the version number. So all this will be housed in the Google Classroom, and if you need to refer back to it at any time, you can find it there. All right, so this is a course overview. The idea here is that we're going to kind of move forward from what we learned in BC calculus and into multivariate calculus, and we will also move from that into linear algebra. So this is kind of like two courses under one title that are related, and we'll get into some of that as the year goes on. We meet during the C block. My free periods are D and G. I only have 2 frees, not 3, so be aware of when those are. And we can kind of go from there. This is my email. This is my preferred mode of communication, is to catch me via email. So that's there. I think that should be helpful. Okay. The objectives of the course. Again, lots of information about this course. Most of it is not going to make a lot of sense until you get into the course. So we're not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about that. But if you want to skim that and read it over in your time, that's awesome. Things that you need. You should have a pencil. You need a graphing calculator. You're going to need your laptop. We're going to use MATLAB, so I believe all of you installed that at the end of last year. If you have some technical issues there, let me know. But these are the primary tools that we need. There is not a required book for this course. The backbone of the ACalc course is an extension of the Stewart Calc book that you used in BC, but you're not required to buy that multivariate extension for this. And the linear algebra book that I'm using is a thing called Elementary Linear Algebra, which the author's name is Larson. But again, it's the backbone of the course, but it's not required reading. All right, so the course has 8 units. The first 4 units are advanced calculus, multivariate calculus. We make the changeover around right after the winter break. So the first 4 units are all ACalc. The last 4 units are all linear algebra. You'll see that we have an exam on the 11th of March. So that exam's on the 11th of March. The exam is heavy on the ACalc side, but we have tipped into linear algebra at that point. The exam will allow you to use both the TI-84 calculator and MATLAB. So you want to be familiar with those. Actually, every exam is open to both of those tools, so just kind of make sure that you're learning to navigate these tools as we're going through the course. All right, how do you get a grade? You're going to get 3 grades. You get a first semester grade, a second semester grade. Those get averaged, and then you'll have an exam grade. If you add the 2 semester grades and divide by 2, each one is going to be 42.5% of the course. If you add 42.5 and 42.5, you get 85%. And then you add 15% for the exam, and that should bring us to 100. Okay, so that's the 3 sources of your grade. The semester grades get two parts. 90% of your semester grade comes from the summative assessments. 10% of your semester grade comes from formative assessments, quizzes, the like. You do get a retake option in this course. So 2 summative assessments school year. So this is senior level course. You get 2 summative assessments that you can retake. The way that I do this is that the retake replaces the existing grade. So if you get a lower grade, you are putting yourself at risk. Okay, so let's say you got a 71 on the original assessment. We do a retake and you drop down to a 69, your new grade will be a 69. If you got a 71 and you took a retake and it went up to a 95, then you get the 95. Okay, so it's the most recent test. Okay. Keep in mind that we're going to be putting notes on your report card about like the 21st century skills, your ability to persevere, think critically, work creatively, be collaborative, and be curious. There's also going to be notes in your report card about your work habits, engagement, attention to details, your organization, your ability to self-advocate, and your timely completion of work. Okay. The attendance policy is straight up from the school handbook. I abide by those rules. Basically, be here, be in class, and be ready to go. The reporting and demerits are as usual for that. I do recognize that this is a course that is pretty heavy in what's the word I want to use? Competitive seniors, okay? Or at least a good number of you. And there's going to be days where either it's because of college visits or because of stuff that's related to college admissions that I may be missing a sizable chunk of my class. On those days, I may use the discretion, and I generally have a 50% rule. If 50% of my students are in class, we are free to cover new material. If I am missing more than 50% of the students, we may take that as a workshop collaboration day. That depends on how things go. This doesn't happen a lot, but it's frequent enough that we need a rule, and the rule is going to be 50%. 50% attendance, everybody's responsible for the material. Less than 50%, we'll take it as a workshop day. All right, academic honesty is, again, something that's in the upper school handbook. I don't typically have problems with this, but here's how you can move forward and not run afoul of the issue. Because sometimes collaboration and plagiarism or cheating can be easily confused, especially in like math and sciences. So here's my somewhat clear-cut definition of collaboration. If 2 students sit down with a single sheet of paper and work out a problem, and then once they both feel comfortable with the result that they have, if they take that sheet of paper and they discard it, you throw it away. And then the 2 students go off on their own and work out the problem independently, that's a sense of collaboration. You have done work together that ultimately led to your independent knowledge. And I should see 2 independent responses from students. Handing in a single sheet with both names on it, that's cheating. Okay. Or if one student has done all the work on their page and then the other student has copied it back down and they look exactly alike, that's also cheating. Collaboration should look like 2 independent papers coming in that may be derived from the same source, but somehow are distilled through that student. Okay, so I think I'm being pretty clear there. If you have any questions on the difference between collaborating and cheating, let me know. All right, so let's leave this on a good note. This is your document to guide you through this course. Again, if you have questions about this document, please let me know, and I will either clarify or modify or do whatever I need to make this work as a learning experience for you. And because that's the ultimate goal, is your ability to learn advanced calculus. All right, thank you.